Welcome to the Wildcats Sports Network. I want to get us started off here. We're going to start off with a prayer, I believe. The middle school boys are taking on the Redeemer Lutheran Rams. We're going to have a close game here. Last game between them ended within 4 points, so it's going to be a good one. We're going to cut to a quick prayer. We are about to tip off here at the beginning of the middle school boys game. They're preparing to take on the Redeemer Lutheran Rams. The middle school boys have had a great season so far with a above 500 record. Looking very good going into the playoffs coming up and then here in the next couple of weeks. Tip-off's going to start with number 34 of the Rams and Elias Birch of your Wildcats. The Rams walk away with it, and it goes out of bounds, and it's the Wildcats' ball. Landon Tomasiak's going to throw the ball into number 12, Lucas Keir. Lucas is going to bring the ball up the court, now crossing half court. Looks over to Landon Tomasiak, drives in on the baseline,
Back up. All right, hands up, work now.
The Rams are bringing the ball down the court. Drives to the right, kicks it back out to the corner, puts a shot up, and it drops. Tomasiak's bringing the ball up. He's going to be surveying the defense, looking at what he can do. Kicks it over to Keir. Keir throws a pass over to Ferguson, gets it blocked. Can't put it right up in his face. Rams have the ball. Kicks it over to number 11. Back over to 31. Kicks it over to 3. 3 with a long shot. No rebound. It goes. Green throws it off of number 12, Lucas Keir, back to a Green ball.
Thank you.
Elias Birch forgot to take his wristbands off. The Rams throw the ball in. Number 31 is going to come in on the court. Screened by 11. Kicks it back out to 34 in the corner. Landon Tomasiak with a steal. He's running down the court. Loses it. Stops it. Puts it up and in. Landon Tomasiak with a layup to get us started here. 2-2 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first quarter. 31 over 11, back to 31 of the Rams. Drives to the right, kicks it to the corner. Number 3 with a long shot over. Joe Ferguson saves it, back to Elias Birch. And another rebound for Elias Birch. Landon Tomasiak's going to bring the ball up the court. He's looking over the defense. Kicks it over to Lucas Keir. Lucas dribbling the ball, goes into James Cross, gets that blocked by number 11, stolen away by Lucas Keir.
Gotta put the ball down. You gotta put the ball down.
Tomasiak looking, screened by Ferguson. He's going to drive to the hoop, steps back, still has the ball. Hands it off to Joe Ferguson.
Come on, let's go. Dribble, penetrate. Let's go.
Ferguson's going to drive in a little bit, kicks it to James Cross in the middle, gets blocked by number 34 of the Rams. 31 has it coming up the court on the right side. He's going to stop and pop and misses. Back to 11, that's in, drops in for 2. And we got a timeout. Cornerstone Prep. 30-second timeout. During this timeout, we're going to bring in our second commentator of the game, Brandon McCall, the principal of Cornerstone Prep, and also the head coach of the varsity team.
Yeah, thanks, Jonah. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the coaches for the Cornerstone team, man. These guys done an awesome job. Steve Vinay and Brian Keir really stepping in, working with these kids. Like the improvement that these young men have made over the year. It's tough to see when you're watching the game live, but watching guys move and cut and try things they're learning in practice, and it's really cool to see, and it's important. Just as men, we always say in all practices, like as men, basketball isn't about basketball. It's about learning and growing and applying all this stuff to our lives, and that's definitely a big thing that Steve and Brian have brought to the table. And you've known Steve for a long time, Jonah, for your family. You guys go back.
Yeah, Steve was actually my first ever coach, so it's a great experience, and I'm a very close family. I love having them at Cornerstone.
What is it? I mean, you guys played soccer together this year too. Both Coach Brian and Steve were a part of the soccer program this year. And what would you say? What is it about these guys that makes them special to play for?
One thing about Coach Vinay, he just brought another intensity to the team. It really brought the team together. I feel like we really bonded well.
Yeah, they do a really good job with that. Landon Tomasiak, here's one of the younger guys who's actually playing up varsity for us this year too. Just does a really nice job. The kid works really hard, has a really nice shot, has developed his game. It's a 3-point shot.
And banks in a 3. Look at that.
While we're talking about it. And it's cool to see Landon's family come out, like how they support him too, and but the guys around him too, like watching Lucas this year step up, and Joe Ferguson.
30-second timeout for the Rams. How about those warm-ups? They're looking good, and
they're looking fresh, man. I think it was Deion Sanders said, you look good, you play good.
Look good, play good, you feel good.
Hopefully that works tonight for these guys. I know it was the last time they played Redeemer. They don't have a varsity team, so I think the varsity team was traveling, so we missed the game last time. I don't know if you caught any tidbits about what happened at the game. I know it was a close one.
I believe it was the first game of the season for the Wildcats, and I don't know if it was a little bit of a shocker, but it was a close game. I know they lost by 4.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing that's tough for a lot of people to see is a lot of these guys are new to playing basketball. Not everybody, but on top of that, they're new to playing together. So, you as a varsity athlete with the basketball team, talk a little bit about, what is it like trying to build that chemistry with your team, and, how long does that take, playing games and practices, stuff like that? What's that process like?
It definitely, it could go either way. It depends on how the group of guys are, I feel like. As number 11 for the Rams puts one in. It depends on how well the team's bonding. And with our varsity team, even practicing with our middle school team, it helps build the middle school team up even more.
Well, that's a good point. One thing is the numbers on our teams this year. We didn't have a lot of depth, so we actually, a lot of our middle school kids and our high school kids, our athletes were working together in practice. So it's been a really interesting experience. These guys not only getting to play together, but really it's a very rare opportunity for young guys to be playing with the older guys and actually helping out in practice.
Tomasiak drives in
Tomasiak with a
and
good
puts
drive.
it in off the glass.
That's a good, as Redeemer, they're dropped back in that 2-3 zone, and
Yeah.
that's something that we talk about all the time. Like, you got to attack the soft spots of that zone.
Yeah.
And Landon coming off the dribble, that first step is a really good move from what we call that winged entry. Dribble penetration is open up. He does it so well, and he can hurt you with the jump shot, so you got to respect it.
Yeah. Dual threat, really.
100%.
Swiss Army knife.
The Swiss Army knife.
Good shot put up by the Rams. Off. Rebounded by number 30. Blocked by Elias Birch. Rebounded back out to the Rams. We got 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. They might be holding for the last Number 3 has it. He kicks it out. Stolen by Lucas Keir. With 6 seconds left, he's driving.
Lucas, finish this, Lucas.
And a foul
Good. Way to
on
take that
34. Lucas Keir is going to go to the line with 3 seconds left in the quarter.
Jonah, and that's something, Jonah, you do that so well too. It's really exciting to see Lucas. Like, we talk about finishing strong at the hoop,
Yeah.
and not being afraid of contact, going in,
Yeah.
and especially on those transition game, fast break opportunities. And that's a really, really great take. To see him knock down a couple foul shots.
Puts up the first one. And rattles in and out. Unfortunate.
Hey, Lucas's game this year has come a long way from being very, very new. But he's starting to see him develop confidence. And that last play is a really good example of that. Just getting to a place,
Second one drops.
knocks down. Getting to a place of the confidence of driving it in and being willing to go into contact is a really, really good thing to see.
Yeah. End of the first quarter. We are tied 8-8.
Knotted up at 8. Tie game.
It's a great game going on so far.
It is,
Back
man.
and forth action.
It is. You got, especially, you've seen a lot of the transition game matter a lot, and that last play before the half was a really good example of, sometimes if you're able to push the ball up the court and attack at the basket, it just creates opportunities as opposed to just kind of sitting back in a half-court game, which is also, important to be able to move the ball. I'm seeing Redeemer actually running a lot of picks and screens, trying to create opportunities on both sides. I don't know, Jonah, what's kind of some of your takeaways from watching the first quarter so far? What do you think we got to do in the second to kind of make any adjustments?
There was a couple of times where I felt like they could have pushed the ball maybe a little bit faster up the court. But it also, you got to read and know when is the right time to and when it isn't. I don't know. I think that's a big thing they can work on. We're starting to get underway here in the second quarter. White's going to take the ball in.
While we're getting ready to kick off the second quarter too, man, talk about James Cross, man. This kid, talk about coming a long way to like improving a presence in the inside game and just how much he's developed over the last, even specifically like the last 2-3 weeks. I've really seen him stepping up and really making some plays.
3 up by Landon Tomasiak off the front of the rim.
Good board. Good job.
Lucas Keir is going to go to the line. James, he every single time I see him, he is just working and working. He is the biggest rebounder on the team. He definitely is. He will fight and fight for that rebound. Lucas Keir puts up the first one, it drops.
Good shot. Lucas again doing what we just talked about getting a rebound aggressively, but then taking it up strong. A lot of guys, it takes time to develop the confidence to be able to actually go into contact and feel comfortable with that.
Puts down the second one.
Nice job. And watching Lucas have that confidence going up into contact, drawing a foul. It's really, really good stuff.
The Rams are going to push it down the court. 11 has it. He's going to look over to 3. Puts up a long 3. Rebound by Joe Ferguson.
Good board.
He's going to push it down. He got called for a carry.
I tell you what, Joe's done a really nice job too. Like, the kid is very, very athletic. See Joe Ferguson, number 3 there. The kid's very athletic. Developing defensively has been a big thing for him, and you see a piece of that right there, going up, getting a big board, turning the ball in transition. Unfortunately with the turnover, but making really, really great athletic efforts defensively, as well as what he contributes offensively.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. 11 has the ball, kicks it out to 31 at top of the key for the Rams. He kicks it over to 3. Back over to 11. 16 is going to come and set a screen for 11. He puts up a shot, and it drops a long 2.
Wow. That's a good shot off the screen. And you see Cornerstone in that 2-3 defense when they're able to put a pick on that top guard in a 2. That soft spot gets really exploited right there at the high post with the foul line extended. And that's a really, really good shot.
Tomasiak drives in with a floater, and it drops. He is just on fire right now.
Talk about answering after a big
Came right
play,
back
man.
down.
Coming right back. See, Redeemer's doing a good job trying to find the soft spot in that 2. They're really working it well. There goes again. That's a moving screen.
Moving screen. Yep, a moving screen. It's coming all the way back down.
And that's where you got to be careful, defensive or offensively rather, with these screens. It's something we actually worked on practice this week. You got to set up, and you have to run the ball off the screen, not run the screen to the ball.
Joe Ferguson drives in, puts up a floater, got blocked. Elias Birch has it down, and he gets it back. He's going to try to fight through, and we got a jump ball, and it's going to be a Rams ball.
Birch is a scrapper, man. I appreciate this young guy. He started out, it was funny, even before school. We meet every day in here. They started working on his jump shot earlier this school year. Very, very new to basketball, just taking reps in the morning every single day. And the kid's come a long way, man. To see him down there scrapping, good stuff.
16 has it in the corner for the Rams. James Cross defending him.
Good job, James.
Puts a shot up, rebounded by Ferguson again. Kicks it over to Tomasiak. He's going to bring the ball up nice and slow. Gets a screen by James Cross. He's going to put up a floater.
Hit that.
It's loose. Elias Birch puts it up, and he gets fouled. Elias Birch is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Steve definitely likes that hustle from
you can hear him from a mile away.
I liked it, man. That's good stuff.
Elias Birch puts up the first one. He sinks it.
Good job.
I did notice he's quite a bit away.
He is definitely lining up a good.
He's no shot. He went across the line.
Oh no, we got a violation.
Lane violation.
On the shot.
I think he jumped into the blue.
Too far.
And it's off. He gets his own rebound though. They reset it up to Tomasiak.
Talk about, Jonah, the importance and how critical foul shooting is in a close game like this.
It's definitely very important because at the end of the day, those are free shots you're getting, for easy shots. So the importance of it is huge, especially when you're dead tired. You gotta find a way to get those shots in there. James puts up a floater. Rebounded by Ferguson again. He puts up a shot. Rebounded by James. Rebound. Oh. They fight for it.
That's
a jump ball. That is the Wildcats ball.
You love to see that. Like, guys, we always say being dogs down low, man. That's about attitude and heart and enthusiasm and just being willing to honestly take a beating. You got to be willing to take a beating to get in there. Get your nose dirty a little bit.
Yeah. Over to Kier. Kier puts up a shot. Doesn't drop. Goes out to Tomasiak. He gets jump ball, and that's going to be a Rams ball.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good call by the official there. Just wanted to mention with, Elias Birch and they're hustling. A lot of these guys, man, couldn't be better dudes, man. Couldn't be better young guys. Like, when you watch them play, they're playing with such passion and intensity. But you get to know these guys off the court. Couldn't ask to be better young men. They genuinely, not only they love the Lord, they love each other, and they love to be athleticism. He's going to be an excellent basketball player for a number of years to come.
Yeah. Tomasiak's going to bring the ball up. He has an open shot. He's going to take it. Won't drop. Hits the back of the rim.
See the Wildcats trying to capitalize on that high screen, go into the ball side for that three-point shot. Landon's usually pretty good with that, and I think if they keep staying patient on those opportunities, it's gonna drop for him sometime, man.
Yeah.
It's got to work.
Number 3 for the Rams has it at the top of the key. He's going to wait for a screen to come. He's going to put up a shot that gets blocked. Goes back to 31. 16 puts up a shot. It goes far. Joe Ferguson with another rebound.
Position.
That's, I think, 4 times I've called that out.
I mean, you're noticing that, Jonah. I'm seeing the same thing. One thing that he does so well down there is positions his body before the rebound. And that's one thing that about rebounding, yeah, it's hard. Yes, it's intensity. But it's also being smart, knowing how to get your body in position at the shot. And that's just something that Joe did really, really well. The ball was tipped there so he can pick it up.
He just let it go. That's
he lets
okay.
it go, but that'll...
Clock. Sub coming in for the Rams.
So we got 30 seconds left before the half. Cornerstone will be inbounding. It's Ferguson to Tomasiak inbounding to bring the ball up with plenty of time before the break.
Up 2. Tomasiak looking at Coach Vinay, looking for something. You can probably hear Coach Vinay. Just goes off of his foot and goes out of bounds.
Had the right idea. Going baseline there. You know, when you get that bottom wing in the 3, stepping too far up towards the 3 line, it really exposes that baseline for a drive. And did a good job seeing it. Just didn't quite finish with the execution, but it's a good effort to be noticing and going through with that.
Foul called on James Cross, number 10. We got 10 seconds left here in the first half. Ball out to number 3. He puts up a shot and gets fouled.
On the foul.
3 shots with 7.8 seconds left.
That's tough.
They're going to have 3 shots here
that's tough
to
foul
potentially take the lead.
That's the thing. When you got a tight game, you know, you just analyze everything, and everything just gets magnified in terms of how you're thinking about it, and that goes both ways too. And let's see if Redeemer is going to be able to capitalize.
Misses the first one. Let's see if he can put this second one in. Reminder, 7.8 seconds left, and he misses the second one. One more shot left as he was fouled outside of the 3-point line.
So Redeemer got a chance to cut the lead to 1 with a foul shot.
And it's up, and it's off. Rebounded by Joe Ferguson.
Good job.
And timeout by Steve Vinay. He's going to set up here, try to maybe get a play, a quick shot off. He's got 6 seconds left, so he has plenty of time.
So what are you thinking here, Joe? What's Steve talking to these guys about right now?
I'm thinking they're going to get the ball in. They're going to run maybe a screen play for either one of their shooters, Landon or Joe. Or maybe they could even get the ball inside to James Cross. Actually, James Cross is not on the floor right now. Joe Ferguson's going to inbound the ball to Landon. I think he's going to get it up the court pretty – they only got 6.3 seconds left. So he's got to be careful here if he wants to get a shot.
Get it up
here
quick.
He goes, 5. He's gonna drive into the right, put up a shot. Traveled.
With
not much time here for the Rams to get maybe they could roll the ball up the court a little bit.
I actually like that. I like –
and they're just going to run out the time.
I like trying to drive it there. You know, sometimes, you know, with a couple seconds left, there people feel the urge to, like, launch up a 3. I like the aggressive move to go in there. That's especially when you're protecting a lead to go into the half.
Yeah.
But that's good stuff. I mean, I think, hey, man, right now the Wildcats they're playing good enough to win. They're up by 2 going into the break. And we'll let you guys on a break. And Jonah and I, we'll take 5 and be back here for the second half. We are back at the Cornerstone Prep Redeemer Lutheran Academy middle school boys basketball game. Man, I'll tell you what, man, middle school basketball, if it isn't the hottest ticket in town for just always tight, always hustling, high action, high intensity, you love to see it, man. We got to find a way to bottle up this energy and sell it, man, because we can fund our school and fund every other Christian school in the world, man. We get some of these kids, whatever they got pumping through their veins into ours. But a really, really good first half. Super proud of these guys, man. This is going to be like just a sappy principal moment. But, you watch these guys, you watch them as young men grow up. You watch them go through adversity and deal with things in school, just as any young man would. And you watch them grow up and you watch them mature and you watch them play on the basketball court, and you just see how everything translates, man. And it's just so special. And it actually, one of the really, really great things that many people might not see when it comes to basketball is like the opportunity that it is to build relationships with young men on a basketball court, like Steve Vinay, like this guy, Brian Keir, and how that translates to school. So now you can have different levels of conversations with these guys in school, whether it's how are we doing our homework, how are we, treating one another with kindness and respect and encouraging one another and building up our teachers and taking care of our business as young men. It just translates so well. So it's really fun, just from our perspective, to watch these young guys out here playing basketball, because you're not just watching a basketball game, you're watching young men that that you're cheering for as men, as people, as young followers of Christ. And just can't be more proud of these guys and their coaches and honestly their families, because every kid, they do not come as a blank slate. They've had families that have just poured into them from day one. They've invested in their character, in their academics. They've done homework. They drive them to practice. They pick them up after late games. It is a big investment, but it's an investment that these families, I'll tell you what, I'm proud of them just for what they put in to these kids, because you see it paying off. I mean, you can't put a price tag on watching young guys become men, and I mean, I just can't be more thrilled with this. But so hey, we got a couple guests. We got a couple guests up in the booth with us today. Got a couple special commentators. We'll see if we can get them up here. We got some of Cornerstone's alum. We got to travel there. We got a couple Cornerstone alum up here. I got Zoe Downey here. Zoe graduated a couple years ago, and to talking about her experience as a really great athlete, playing guard for Cornerstone. For how many years you played? 4 years of varsity basketball, and then you played middle school also.
Yeah.
Man, so talk about what's it like coming back as an alumni to watch a game.
It definitely makes me want to get back on the court. But I do like watching all of them and seeing everyone grow as a player.
Was it weird? Like, I remember my first time I went back to a game after I graduated. It was kind of like it made it real that you were no longer like in that phase. Like,
yeah.
Did that happen for you, or what was that like?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It was hard.
Well, you were a really great athlete, so I mean,
Thank
you were able to be a total savage on the court and doing awesome things in life too. But like, what is it like? I mean, you got a sister here, and it's senior night. What's it been like watching your sister not play basketball, obviously, but volleyball and stuff? Like having a younger sibling.
It was really fun having a younger sibling to play with, definitely. And I like it because it doesn't make it as awkward to come back because I'm watching her.
So you can low-key blame it on that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to see anybody. I just wanted to come back and hang out with my sister.
Yes.
That's cool. Hey, just catching up in this game real quick. So, Cornerstone came out of the second half, pulled away, doing a really nice job extending a lead after the break. That's really confidence-building, man, like momentum. I mean, Zoe, do you have, talk about, memories from basketball. Like, what do you remember from playing? Like, what do you miss the most about, being a part of a team and competing in basketball?
I think what I miss the most is being with the team. I feel like I have and definitely on the court and in practice. Definitely practice. I miss practice the most because that's where we got to connect with each other the most and then work the hardest and then be able to show it to everyone on game night.
Dude, and a lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of times, when you're working at a small, you're working at a Christian school, you have multiple teams that need to like share court space.
Yes.
So what is it like? Tell people what that's like, because I think it's probably still the same now as when you played. Like, what's the practice schedules like? What's your nights look like? And how's that like? Explain that to people, because I think that's something most people probably don't realize.
Well, it was kind of hard because we always used to share, but we made it work. And then during nights, it was, if I was late, you had to do the homework because you'd be getting home late. And then early practice, it's pretty much school, practice, homework, and then you're done, and then you do it the next day over the whole week.
Like, that's pretty much your life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. How did you find that? Like, for me, I actually, when I was playing sports, found it like easier because there was like no thinking required. You just are constantly busy. I don't know. How did you like deal with that?
Yeah, I liked it because it was like a schedule. I knew what was coming, and I was prepared, and I was capable of doing it. So it was easy.
Gotcha. Tell everybody what are you up to nowadays? Like, what's keeping you busy? Like, what are you working on? Like, what's going on in your world, man?
Recently I've been attending CCAC for working with children with developmental behaviors, because that's what I want to go work with. And then I work at a daycare now with like 14 and 5-year-olds all by myself, which is crazy.
Welcome to the world, man.
Yes.
Well, so when did you first kind of figure out that wanting to actually work with kids was something that interested you?
Well, everyone always told me when I was little that I was great working with kids, and I kind of just stuck with it. And as I had baby cousins and helped work at the school as like an elementary aide, it showed me that I actually do like working with kids, and I want to pursue it more.
Yeah, it's a cool opportunity we have as a pre-K to 12th grade school to be able to actually like have upperclassmen go and assist teachers with things in the elementary, like helping out various days. How much were you doing that per week?
As if I had free time, I would do it. So it was like every other day, and then days that if I had like a study hall, I'd go, or if they had like a concert the next day or anything, I'd just come and help.
And how much did that confirm what you wanted to do, like encourage what you wanted to do?
It definitely confirmed, and it definitely helped me to understand teaching more and like what I would want to do into my classroom, or how I would want to treat a kid.
How's that like affected you in class now? So like you're in class, but you're also somebody that's has a lot of experience working with kids. Does that like bring a new mentality to actually doing your book work and stuff? Or?
Yeah, I've started reading a lot now because of just working and doing all this stuff with the kids. I've gone into reading a lot now because of it, because I just want to improve myself for the kids.
Good for you. Well, Zoe, thanks for like hanging out. I know you're popping back for the game and getting a chance to pop in. It's super special. Thanks for what you do for Cornerstone, and not just on the basketball court, like working with the kiddos and leaving a legacy and just helping make it a special place.
Thanks so much.
So back to the hoops. Cornerstone is currently enjoying an 8-point lead, 22-14 over Redeemer. Came out, really set the tone offensively, and jumped ahead, and is still controlling the momentum. After that timeout, we'll see if they can continue to advance that with playing solid fundamental basketball. Nice cut. Good job, James.
Here we go, get the ball in. Come on, Daniel, gotta move.
Good take from Daniel Norella. Daniel Norella, talk about a young guy getting into the game who's really just loves the game, man. He loves the game, and everybody cheers for this guy because he cheers for everybody else. You know, one thing I think is just such an important life character trait that Daniel possesses. If she's Daniel number 15, rocking his American flag bandana, hot off the press. But one thing that Daniel just does so well that I think makes him good shot by Tomasiak, putting 3 points, back on the board, nice shot. But one thing about Daniel, here's a guy that if you could pinpoint what, in my opinion, really makes him a special guy that people just love having him around is he's somebody that you will notice when he plays basketball, he cheers equally as enthusiastically for others as he would himself. And I think that's just a special thing, and I think that's a great just lesson to be in life about, you know, picking other people up. It's saying about us. And Daniel just is legitimately as excited about his teammates, about his friends, about his classmates as he would be for himself. And I think that's what just makes him such a fun guy to have around as a part of whatever it is. The Silas Meisner into the game, running the low post. Silas, another young guy, getting some experience in there. Seen him taking a lot of shots recently, you know, taking opportunities to be aggressive and get himself in the game. It's Ferguson for 3, comes up on the miss, but a good follow by James Cross down low. Excellent job. You know, one thing that's so important to notice what James just did there. Offensively, it's so easy to fall into a trap of when a shot goes up to become a spectator, rather than what we want to be doing with these young men on the basketball court is begin to train and condition yourself to when you see a shot go up, you have to position yourself to still be a threat offensively, to box out, to go for offensive rebounds. And you see James just do that so well. It's kind of coming not just natural to him, it's something he's worked on and gotten better at, but that puts him back in the spot right now to have opportunities to put points on the board at the foul line. Good hustle. And James takes a dive into the crowd. Good hustle with the end of the third. We got Cornerstone currently with a 9-point cushion going into the fourth quarter. Still a game. Don't go away. Awesome, you know, seeing, you know, Coach Steven there coaching these guys up. It's important now trying to remember to stay focused, not make mistakes. Love to see the crowd out too for the seniors, man. It's a special night for the seniors and their families. You know, got a lot of family and friends coming out, and that's, I mean, the one thing that I think is so special about Christian education is you got people that genuinely are united by something bigger than whatever the event you're at is. You got people coming out to support this community because this community of children, man, it's what we're here to pour into, and everybody has an impact on that. It's not just your own individual kid, it's all these other kids. There's Tomasiak for 3. Good rebound by Redeemer, kicking the ball out, working it in transition, turnover, ooh, wow. Good hustle with the loose ball. But just finishing that thought, you know, it's really special. We see grandparents, aunts, uncles, you know, everybody has a place here, you know, to come out and support what's going on with these kids. And it's about something more than basketball, and it's really encouraging to see. So we're grateful for all these family, friends, people that come out, enjoy the concession stand, enjoy buying some Spirit gear, you know, show the pride. But, here we go. We got Joe Bellina in the game now, number 0 for Cornerstone. Joe Bellina, again, another young guy who's doing a lot of work to get better, more confident with the skills. Good follow. Redeemer comes away with it. Cornerstone still up by 9 with 5:20 left in the fourth. Redeemer answers with a 3. making it 25-19 as Cornerstone brings the ball up to Masiak, looking to slow the tempo here. Redeemer's applying some pressure. We'll see how Cornerstone's able to respond to this. Masiak dribbles around. The blocked shot will stay below the Cornerstone hoop. Six-point lead for Cornerstone as Masiak inbounds the ball to the corner with a fought jump ball. Will be Redeemer bringing it up court, looking for an opportunity to cut Cornerstone's lead even more. Defensively for Cornerstone right now, you gotta play smart. You don't want to give up opportunities for easy buckets. You want to make them earn it. Don't give up an easy three-point shot. Contest everything. Get the hands up, as you hear Coach Steve yelling. Hands up. Get a hand up there. Don't make anything an easy one. Redeemer with another offensive rebound and a good putback. Good rebound by Cornerstone. Way to get the ball out of there. Ooh! Looking for the cutter down low. Birch could handle it, but an amazing cut, a good opportunity. Redeemer coming back up court now. We got 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. The score is still Cornerstone 25, Redeemer 19. Cornerstone bringing that top two positions out. Ooh, we have a turnover with the travel. Cornerstone's extending that defense, and that aggression, bringing the top two guards in your two defense, extending those guys out, really puts a lot of pressure on the offense to be able to handle the ball well and to be very, very careful with passes, or you're going to see turnovers, which is what Cornerstone's really want to generate. Loose ball is going to stay down for Redeemer. Redeemer's going to turn the ball over. Cornerstone's going to turn the ball over to Redeemer as they bring it up with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game. Oh, can't quite hang on to it. Cornerstone takes possession with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Again, enjoying a 6-point lead. Redeemer applying some pressure. Appearing to be playing, switched up into a man. Finds James Cross under the hoop. A little too much. Birch with the follow-up. James again. Oh, one more time, Joe. Oh, coming down. Couldn't make it drop. Cornerstone got a couple opportunities, ended with the foul to turn the ball back over to Redeemer with just under 3 minutes left to play in the game. Redeemer looking to capitalize on a turnover, and they answer. Lucas Keir steals it, gonna take it all the way to the hoop. Can he finish? Follows up. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good call. There we go. We're gonna keep it down here for Cornerstone. Cornerstone will be inbounding the ball. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left to play. Still a game. Still a game. James Cross to inbound to Landon. A good cut. Landon takes the ball back out, sets up, patiently controlling the offense. That's what you got to really do when you're playing offense at this time. With a little bump there. When you're playing offense at this time of the game, you really want to think about controlling the ball and controlling the clock. And what you don't want to do is let the defense dictate the tempo to you, which sometimes is an easy trap to fall into because they're going to be applying pressure. They're going to be coming at you, flying around like a bunch of crazy athletes. And you got to try to, at that point, keep a cool head. Let your cool head prevail. Coach Stephen A. takes time out for Cornerstone, calling his guys over to get them organized here with just under 2:30. 2 minutes, 29 seconds left for Cornerstone timeout. Thanks, man. We're back. Cornerstone with the ball with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Tomasiak with a drive. Good job. Coming off the edge to aggressively finish towards the hoop. It's a delicate balance with the time, because when you're offensively with the basketball here, you're protecting a lead, but you also can't totally sit back and play so conservative that you think you've got it in the bag already. So they're in that delicate zone of there's still enough time on the clock for Redeemer to come back and make something of this. I mean, you have a 2-possession game. I mean, 6 points, you got 2 3-pointers, but effectively you got a 2 to 3 possession game. You still can't totally sit back and rest on your laurels at this point and just expect Redeemer not to fight for it. And they're fighting for it. These are a bunch of young guys that they're not going out easy, so you got to stay on your game. You got to still be willing to play controlled and aggressive like Landon did there. That's a really good job as he takes his free throw. Misses the first one. A chance to make it at least a 3-possession game with making 1 free throw. Tomasiak will extend it. Cornerstone's lead. And he does. That's a big free throw. That's a clutch shot. Redeemer's bringing the ball up. Coaches are instructing them to move the tempo, and they do. They're rushing the ball up court. And that's tough too, because you want to make good shots, but you also got to be respective of you don't have much time on the clock. So you got to push the ball, but take good shots at the same time. And that's tough for young guys, man. It's a really difficult thing for young men to be able to. Nice drive, baseline, Tomasiak, excellent job. Again, so you got these young guys, and it's really, really great to see. It's just something they got to develop. You see them, that's how they learn. And I'll just admit, I'll confess as a coach, you like to see guys making the effort. You want to see them being willing to fail. We love when guys make mistakes, because if they're making mistakes, but they're aggressive mistakes, we can trust their skill set's going to come along. Seeing them make chances and try things, that's what we want to see. It's actually something that, we'll have the Cornerstone varsity girls game coming up, and I've been, watching them play, and just their improvement and trying the things that they're learning is really, really big, and that's just something that you want to see, because you got to trust the skill sets are going to come with practice, with maturity. And these young men, I think, like anything in life, when you see middle school guys, it's what we want as mentors, as parents, grandparents. You want to see young people making the efforts and being willing to fail at something. In the micro case, that's going to make them better at life, better at basketball. We always think, Cornerstone, these young men you're watching on this court are going to be husbands someday. They're going to be fathers someday. And being willing to get back up and deal with adversity is just going to be the kind of character they need to push through whatever is coming that's bigger than basketball. So that's why you love seeing them make mistakes, but being willing to try. There's nothing like it, man. So I'm super proud of these guys. We'll see here. We got 1:35 left. Cornerstone currently up by, if I could do my math, up by 9. Cornerstone up by 9, with Redeemer bringing the ball up with 1:33 left to play in the game. They move the ball up quickly. Quick kick and a shot, just short. Good save, good effort. You love the good hustle by number 11 there for Redeemer. Drives baseline, comes up, kicks it around. Good defensive play by Joe Ferguson. I tell you, Redeemer really did a nice job there. Oh, the travel on the three-point shot. I tell you what, Redeemer really did a good job there. I love to see these young guys hustling and never giving up. And, it's not even about the score at that point. It's just guys that are willing to fight. And that's good stuff, man. Good, if their parents are out there, happen to be listening to this or watching this, well done. You guys are doing a great job with these kiddos. You love to see the fight in these guys, especially we have 1:09 left. Cornerstone is up 28 to Redeemers 19. As some of the more fans are beginning to pour in now for the varsity games coming up shortly. Joe Ferguson takes around the corner. Good drive and finish at the basket. Sees the lane. Takes it. And again, man, that long stride of Joe Ferguson, man, is something that's going to be giving defenses problems for a long time. He makes it look effortless. And that's something with athleticism that a lot of people, man, sometimes you just can't teach that. He's a young guy that just effortlessly is taking 2 strides where a defender has to take 3 or 4, and he just trusts his ability to do that, and it really makes him a dangerous threat cutting to the basket. Redeemer now with the press. Nice job on the steal. Number 3 takes the inbound from Cornerstone in the full court press. We got 37 seconds left. Tomasiak is inbounding. They're in a man. Goes deep to Birch. Can't quite get there. So close. So close. A really good idea. But I'm sure Coach Steve would prefer a safer option, but it's a good effort, man. So Redeemer gets the ball into their own basket here with 37 seconds left in the game, and they're going to be looking for a quick shot here and then a quick turnover. And they come up, gets the reverse layup. Oh, man. Landon gets the ball out, brings it up the court, goes coast to coast, takes the foul, and the bucket. Really good job by Landon. Watching Landon, his confidence, that's something we've worked with him, as Landon's also played some varsity basketball for us this year. He's been a key contributor offensively for us and defensively at the varsity level. Something we've been talking to Landon about, trying to coach him up on, is having the confidence to take that first step and drive from the wing and really start to trust his ability to handle the basketball and to finish at the hoop. That's a big thing for young guys, and I would say for a lot of young guys that are new to basketball, it's about building confidence of driving and having the confidence to finish at the hoop and take those chances. On the intentional foul there, Landon will shoot uncontested. 2 free throws and corners. He gets 1 shot, and Cornerstone will get the ball back. So what happened there was it's an intentional foul, which is tough. It's a foul that is deemed by the officials to be not in the scope of playing the game, so it's a little bit too aggressive on the foul, which can happen at the end of a game like this. They're trying to foul so they can get the ball back. To Birch under the hoop. Can he finish? Not quite. Landon with a great follow from back. Redeemer takes it. 10 seconds left. Redeemer brings the ball up court with a shot to finish, which brings us to the end of our middle school boys Wildcat basketball, who emerge as the victors, 33-19 over the Redeemer Rams. I'll tell you what, I got to hand it to the Rams, man. These guys came out and they played hard, and that's something that is especially difficult as you're playing a tough opponent. It's tough to stay mentally and emotionally dialed in, but what a great job by these guys. Super proud of both teams, man. We talk about playing to represent God, to represent how we are followers of Christ in character, and both teams did that tonight. Proud of all these guys and all their parents. So thanks for tuning in to the Cornerstone Prep Middle School basketball game. We've now got varsity basketball coming up next.